lower everybody's hand right now, and let's get started. So I decided to show, yeah, Bobby, you raise your hand. Liam, you have something to ask? Liam?
That was just a test.
Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Just understand that that I can then see that and then stop the class. So excellent. Luca, go for it.
Can you show my grids?
Well, Luca, you kind of stole my thunder because I was planning on showing them all these really cool dilations. Look at the M for Mitch. Now this is very cool. You know what this is? This is a little kindergartner and her version of the planet Earth. Okay, like it's literally a folded piece of paper, which is really, really cool. And kindergarten, I mean, look at those, it's amazing. And then Julian and
Where is
Sahaj.
it? I can't see it.
Yeah, neither can I.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, neither can I.
I can see your screen, but I don't see the M and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see that? Okay, so let me do a new share. Let me figure out why that's happening.
One in the top right.
And we'll try that now. Okay, how's it going right now? Do you guys see it?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to just show you the K, the M, the Earth, the M. Sahaj made a robot. Alice made the letter A, dilate. And then look at this. This was kind of cool. This was Cole. Did a beautiful job. And then Kennedy. And finally, Luca.
Oh my.
So Luca creates some amazing artwork. We're talking, this is Sonic the Hedgehog, Superman, and clearly we know that mathletes have superpowers. And this is my best one. I've been showing it to students all week long, okay? And Luca, by the way, Luca, I can only see the top of your head. It's a very nice half of head, but if you could either sit up or turn the screen down. Also, Sam, okay, I can see you now too. So what Luca did here, which I think was really special, is he took the coordinates that I gave him. He created Snoopy and the grass, which is really cool. And then he creates Woodstock. Now, Luca, can you tell us, is Woodstock upside down? Like what's he doing?
He's just standing on Snoopy's tummy.
He's standing on Snoopy's tummy, which I really, really like. And you can even see where Luca indented Snoopy's tummy. Do you see that? So if somebody were sitting on your tummy would become somewhat concave, right, mathematically. And then he gave the actual coordinates. So I was really impressed with that. Of course, who doesn't love Batman and Batgirl? And Mario is actually my favorite one because I created that from scratch and it was so much fun to do. Liam, share.
It's about the Snoopy one.
Yeah, I'm going back to Snoopy. Hold on a second.
It's not, when I was in California, I went to the Charlie Brown Museum and I got to make one of those in 3D out of paper.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. I would even love to get the template on that. I really would. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to receiving from you guys your creations. Please send me as much as you can because it makes me really happy and I think about it during the week and it's a lot of fun. Now, I promised your parents that I was going to take you on a trip, a spring break trip. And so that's what we're going to do today. We are literally going to go, and I call it, oh, the places you'll go. Would you guys like to see a painting that I did about 25 years ago from the Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm gonna literally grab it off my wall it's an oil painting
Looks
that I
good.
did from scratch.
Okay.
And I don't know if you'll be able to see it through the green screen. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to, oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes. You can sort of see it. I'm going
Turn
in
your
now.
back to the green
You are
screen
seeing
off.
now. And this is Oh, the Places You'll Go, which is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books. So you may want to try to get your hands on it, because even as a, fifth grader, whatever, fourth, fifth, sixth grader, you guys could really enjoy it. Now, I was supposed to be of Israel. So I was supposed to be in Israel, and Israel is at the latitude. Wait. That's not working for me. Somebody is making extra noise that we cannot have. So I'm going to mute everybody. So Israel is at latitude 31 north and 34, almost 35 east. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Now, the mathletes have London, Paris, China, Florida, California. Let's keep going. East Hampton, New York, Spain, the British Virgin Islands, Toronto, Wyoming, Jamaica, Canada, Turks and Caicos, Key West, Aspen, Colorado, Italy, Martha's Vineyard, Arizona, France, Ireland, Hawaii. Oh my God, the list is endless. And I want to take you guys on a journey to all these places. But before we do that, we need to prepare. So everybody listen to this. The Boy Scout motto, and it's also, I learned, is the Girl Scout motto, is be prepared. And mathematicians do that better than anybody. In fact, mathematicians who are also chess players think ahead the most out of any human being. They really spend their life thinking ahead and planning, and they make really good decisions. You should appreciate what your parents do when they plan to go on a vacation. So for instance, there are certain things, so this is Mr. Kramer's best practices on getting ready for vacation. One of the things is when you get your seat on a plane, you want to make sure they are not next to a smelly bathroom. That's really important. And I work really, really hard to make sure that the seats that I organize are in the middle, not near a bathroom. Make sure your passport is updated. Call your bank. Your bank will literally turn off your credit card if they think somebody has stolen it. So you let them know you're traveling, and it's really, really good. The other thing I do is I do lots of research, and I learn about the history of the country. So when I went to Colombia 2 months ago in South America, I learned that they fought off, this tiny little country, fought off the English, the Spanish, and the French over hundreds of years because of this really cool fort. So when I went to Cartagena, Colombia, what did I visit? The fort. So really, lots of research is a good thing. Now, the other thing is, most important thing to bring is a cell phone. And the reason is that your cell phone is your camera, and it's also your GPS device. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how GPS works. Is anybody an expert in global positioning system? Is anybody an expert in that? And could you share, Jack, what you know about that?
Huh?
Jack, I thought you raised your hand.
I didn't.
You didn't. Okay. So I'm going to Mitch. Where are you? Mitch, where are you? Okay, Mitch. You thought you have an idea about global positioning system. Go ahead.
No, I accidentally hit it.
Okay, guys, do me a favor. Do not touch your screen. Okay, because you guys accidentally hit your raise hand and I call on you and then you accidentally hit it. So I want you guys to try to work hard not to accidentally raise your hand. Luca, go.
I think the global positioning system is like,
Mitch,
it's
stop touching the screen, buddy. Go ahead.
how a lot of people find their way around the world. 'Cause
Yeah, but how does it work? Come on. Who is Hannah, I am calling on you. Can you follow up what Luca said and give us a little more data?
So it's like a kind of like an app that you put in like the address you want to go, and it tells you the directions and how long it will take you to get there.
Unbelievable. That is a great explanation. Now I'm going to give you a little bit more. In the night sky, every so often you look up into the night sky, and Liam, you need to stop that right now, or else I'm going to have to remove you from the call. You can't be making those noises and faces because it's distracting to everybody. Can you appreciate that? I hope you can. Now, what I want to show you is when you look up at the night sky, very so often we see little dots of light, and they are traveling at a very slow speed, it looks like. But what they are is they are 24 rotating satellites around the planet. And those satellites are doing something called triangulation. And what they do is there are 3 satellites required to find your location. So if you are at this location, satellite 1 and satellite 2 will have to communicate to try to find you. But if you don't have satellite 3, those 2 satellites will think you're either in position A or in position B, because you will be an equal distance from satellite 2 and satellite 1, and it won't know where you are. And it's only when we find the 3rd satellite and that satellite says, we know that you are in position A. And I thought I would do a little simulation here. You ask somebody, hey, where am I? You have no idea where you are on the planet. There's no street signs. There's absolutely nothing. They say to you, sir, you are 625 miles from Boise, Idaho. Mitch, you raised your hand again, buddy. If you didn't mean to lower your hand, if you did mean to, keep your hand up. So Boise, Idaho, you are 625 miles. So I could be anywhere on that circle. Then you ask a second person and you say, hey, where am I?
They won't see you.
And they say, I am 690 miles from Minneapolis. Who can tell me where we know that we have to be right now? I'm going to unmute everybody. Go ahead. Mitch, do you want to share?
I just wanted to say, what do you mean by they know where you are? Are they like tracking?
Well, the global positioning system has to know where you are on the planet. And right now, when you ask the person in Boise where you were, they said you were 625 miles from Boise. The Minneapolis person said you were 690 miles. So who can tell me where you actually are right now? There's only 2 choices. Luca, go for it.
I think it's at the furthest point from Minneapolis. They're at the furthest point from Minneapolis on the border of Boise, Idaho.
So guys, do you guys see this intersection right here? And do you see the intersecting circles? Right now, these two satellites can only tell that you are either at point A or at point B. By the way, can you sit up, please? Mitch, can you sit up all the way? Nobody lays down in math, please. That's really important. Okay, thank you. And also stop tapping because it's making a noise, and I'd appreciate that. Now, you enter a third satellite. A third person says you are 615 miles from Tucson, Arizona, and now you know that you must be in Denver. It's the only place you can be. You
Did you
can't
just be kicked
be,
out by the Broncos
you
Stadium?
can't be in position A. You have to be in position B. And that's the way the satellites work together to find your location. Now, airplanes fly at how many feet, how many miles in the sky? By the way, somebody's making a lot of noise right now. They're shuffling papers, they're moving around. They need to stop that right now, please, so I don't have to mute you guys. Now, Henry, how high do airplanes fly?
10,000 feet.
Louder, please.
10,000 feet.
That's a great first start. Anybody else know how high airplanes fly? Go for it. Go for it, buddy. And I'm not able to see names right now, unfortunately. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, you know what? Can you turn off your green screen, Jack? Your virtual. And all right, there we go. Go for it. I think Jack, you had your hand up. Luca, you have your hand up. Luca C.
I think they fly at about 12,000 feet.
Well, it's interesting. They fly at 30,000 feet, which is about 6 miles. It's about 6 miles. Now listen to this. Satellites, so a satellite will fly at 12,000 miles.
That's 24 miles.
No, 12,000 miles.
No, he did the division problem.
You know what? I totally agree with that. Who can tell me how many times farther? Don't say it out loud. Who can tell me how many times further a satellite is off the Earth's surface than an airplane? Who can tell me that? And what I want you guys to do is think of 12 divided by 6. Okay, on 3, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go.
2,000.
No?
2,000,
12
2,000.
divided by 6 is 2. So it's 2,000 times higher. 2,000 times higher. Now, those satellites weigh 4,000 pounds, which is approximately 2 tons, and they transmit their signal. They transmit their signal at a speed which reaches us pretty fast. Can anybody tell me what speed the electromagnetic waves are traveling? And I'm gonna go with Jack again. Go ahead. And raise your hand electronically, please. Liam,
Okay.
Liam, go for it.
No, wait. Oh, I forgot to lower my hand from the last question.
Jack, go for it. I've called on you. You gotta go for it.
1,000,000 miles per hour.
That is, I don't know if that's correct. Hold on a second. I gotta take my calculator. Actually, it's way more than 1,000,000 miles per hour. It's way more than that. Oh my God. Jack?
1,000,000 miles
I
per hour.
know,
Jack,
I know,
you're
I
not
know.
gonna believe this.
That speed of light.
Are you ready?
No, can I add an idea again?
669
Gazillion.
million miles per hour because the speed of light travels at 186 6,000 miles per what?
Second.
Second. So guys, if the satellite is 12,000 miles away, let's do the math, guys. Let's do the math. Let's divide 186,000 by 12. And who can tell me what is half of 186? Go. Go ahead. Come on, Frankie. What's half of 186?
93.
93.
What's half of 12?
6.
6.
When you divide 93 by 3 and 6 by 3, what do you get, guys? On 3.
2.
1, 2, 3, go.
2.
30 what? Come on.
31.
31
And
divided
2.
by,
2.
and guess what? It
31.
takes 1
5.
15th of a second for the waves to hit your cell phone. 1/16 of a second, and
I
it
can't-
tells you where you are.
We can't see your phone.
Yeah, I know. It's there. I think you can see it right now. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. When GPS finds your location, how does it tell your phone exactly where you are? Who knows how location is organized on the planet? I'm going to call on you, Lucas C. And whoever's making that noise, stop that now, and I don't have to mute you. Go, Luca. Lucas C.
It's latitude and longitude.
Whoa. Everybody, let's listen to
That's
that
what I was
again.
gonna
Say it a little slower, buddy. Go.
Latitude and longitude.
All right. So everybody listen to this. You've got something called horizontal points, and the horizontal points are called latitude. Everybody go lat flat. Come on. Lat flat.
Flat, flat,
flat.
flat,
It
flat,
comes
flat,
from the Latin phrase for wide. I actually used the word latitude in a real conversation this past weekend. I was out with a friend. We were social distance. We had our masks on. And my friend, he loves his dog, and he let his dog go a little bit close to some people that were sitting on a bench. And I said, Irv, give the people a little latitude. So latitude means space, wide space. Now, going the opposite direction, going in a vertical direction, it's not called latitude, it's called go.
Longitude.
You guys can say it.
Longitude.
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 So we have
Longitude.
please do not keep speaking out loud like that. We have latitude, and we have this guy, which is called longitude. Now, who can tell me the degree measurement of the equator? Who can tell me the degree measurement? And whoever's murmuring and moaning right now, please stop that. I appreciate it. Thank you. And also, Jack, can you turn yourself right side up? You're not allowed to do that during class because it's distracting to other students. Thank you, Jack. I'd appreciate that. Now, who can tell me the degree measurement of the equator? So here's the equator. It's an imaginary line that runs right through the center of the earth. It runs through Ecuador in South America and Brazil. It runs through Central Africa. It runs through north of Australia, south of Asia. I want to hear from everybody. How about you, Henry? What degree measurement do you think that is?
Like 1,000 miles?
Well, 1,000 miles is not a degree measurement. 1,000 miles is a distance. Luca I.
Wait, what?
0 degrees.
It is called 0 degrees latitude. If you do not say latitude, you could be talking about 0 degrees longitude. Now, next question. Who knows the name of the imaginary vertical line at 0 degrees longitude? Who knows the name
Axel.
of the, who knows the name? Please raise your hand electronically. Okay, go for it, Liam. Go for it, Cooper.
The axle.
Say it again, please.
Axle.
Well, it's an axis. It is definitely an axis, but it has a very, very special name. Who knows that name? How about you, Brett? Do you know that name? How about you, Luca? Do you know that name?
The pole.
You know, whoever's speaking is jarbled because of the internet. You do not have a good internet connection. So let me just explain to you what that is. This guy right here is called the prime meridian. Everybody say that out loud. It's the prime meridian. And what I want you guys to do right now is I want everybody to go to page 4 in their packet. So everybody go to page 4 in your packet. And the first thing I'm going to do, and there's somebody making noise, I'm going to just mute because you can't control that. I wish you could. Okay, here we go. So on the bottom of page 4, I want you guys to make a little dot at this point right here. Make a dot at this point right there, which is in Russia, I believe. And that point has coordinates of 40 degrees north and 60 degrees east. Now, what that means is if I go from the 40th parallel, that's 40 degrees north of the equator, and I go east from the prime meridian 60 degrees, I end up at this very special point. And that point is the only place on Earth that is 40 degrees north and 60 degrees east. Now, I want you to send me a chat right now if you can find the point that is right here in the middle of South America. And you must tell me north and south first. That's latitude. Then you have to tell me east or west. That's longitude. So give me the degree measurement, north and south. The degree measurement, east and west. Those are the coordinates. And I'm really looking forward to getting your chats.
It doesn't really make sense to me.
Can you ask a specific question on that?
What do you mean by say north and west?
Well, for instance, if
No,
I
in the chat,
said 20 degrees, couldn't 20 degrees be up here?
Yeah. So we would
Well,
just go
that's
northwest
north.
20
This is
degrees.
20 degrees north, but South
Oh.
America is at 20 degrees
South.
So you got to say 20 degrees south. So I kind of gave it away a little bit, but 20 degrees south is the first part. Now, whoever asked that question, if you come from this degree measurement, you would get what? On 3, everybody say it. 1, 2, 3, go.
40 degrees.
No, that does not say 40.
No, 60. Wait.
Come on, you can all do it.
No, that's not right.
60 degrees west.
There you go, 60 degrees
Ow.
west. Now, does anybody not see that this is on the 60th degree west longitude? So lines of longitude go vertically, lines of latitude go horizontally. Now I have a challenge question for you right now, and that is, what is the degree measurement of the North Pole? Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. The degree measurement of the North Pole, it's a little bit of a trick question. So, Luca C. And Luca, you are muted. Go for it. Cooper, go for it. Go for it, Cooper.
Is it 0 or 0 degrees? I mean, 0 degrees longitude and 0 degrees. What's it called?
Latitude?
Well, latitude would be the other one. But by the way, Cooper, I agree with Cooper 100% on the longitude. It is right on the prime meridian. But my friend, you have to start at the equator and go which direction? 20 degrees north,
Up.
40 degrees north, 60 degrees north, 80 degrees north. Be
180
careful with this one. Say it, guys. Everybody say it out loud.
100 degrees north.
I kind of thought you guys would say 100. It can't be 100. Think about it.
180. 90.
No, it's 90. So it's 90 degrees north, 0 degrees longitude, and that, my friends, is the North Pole. It is literally a single point on the planet at 90 degrees north, 0 degrees longitude. Now, Santa Claus. I don't know about you guys. I believe in Santa Claus, and this is where he lives. Who can
No,
tell
it was in the
me
North
this?
Pole.
Please raise your hand. Raise your hand electronically if you could tell me the coordinates of Santa Claus's home in the South Pole. Okay, I want some other people. Hannah, go for it.
0 south. Mhm.
And I'm looking for, how about you, Sam? And how about you, Michael? And somebody is too dark to be seen, but there's light behind him. I don't know who it could be. Oh, it's Luca. I think it's you, Luca. I can't see there. Go ahead, Liam.
90 south.
Go ahead.
I think it's 90 south.
It is 90 degrees south, but you need one more thing. Remember what
Oh,
Cooper gave
0
us.
longitude.
Right, it's 0 longe. So 90 degrees south, 0 longe. Okay, challenge question. By the way, somebody's moving around quite a bit, making a lot of noise. If you can stop that, that would be really appreciated by all of us. And whoever's making that noise needs to stop right now. So here's the next challenge question. And this challenge question is also a trick question. This challenge question is also a trick question. Okay? And I want you guys, and Sam, I'd love to be able to hear from you. Mitch, I'd love to be able to see and hear from you. Michael, same thing. And please tell me, guys, what do you think? Could you send me a chat? Do I have any raised hands? Does anybody have any idea what that green line of longitude is? Come on, somebody take a shot. Michael, go for it.
100.
Anybody?
100 degrees.
Well, 100 degrees is right here. And so this is appropriately 100 degrees. But guess what? So is this. So when you say 100 degrees, it means nothing because it could be east or west. So 100 degrees,
100
doesn't do it,
degrees north.
but it's definitely not.
100
degrees north
west.
does not exist. 100 degrees north does not
100
exist
west.
on
100
the
degrees
planet
west.
Earth. Luca,
100 degrees
Luca,
west.
100 degrees.
100
Degrees
degrees
west.
I couldn't hear Luca
West.
because other people are speaking. Luca, go for it.
100 degrees west.
You think you think this line is 100 degrees west?
Yes.
Okay. Can anybody tell me what they
180
read
west.
there?
180 degrees west.
Yeah, guys, it's 180 degrees west. And Bobby, share with us. Go, Bobby.
Oh, I was gonna say 0 degrees on the equator.
Ooh, now look, Bobby, check this out. So this ball right here, I am looking now at a prime meridian. This is the equator going horizontally. The prime meridian goes vertically. And watch what I do. If I go all the way west, I end up at the back of the planet. If I go 180 degrees east, I end up where, guys? At the same place. You know that 180 degrees east is exactly the same line as 180 degrees west. And it has a name. It's called the International Date Line. It's called the International Date Line. Go ahead, Luca.
Why can't you just do like minus 180 degrees and like plus 180 degrees instead of doing like northeast?
Well, let me answer the question
The coordinate grid.
by explaining this. Are you guys looking at this right here? These are my coordinates. I use my Compass app on my iPhone, and I gave that to you in your packet, okay? Now, in Boston, Massachusetts, look at the coordinates, guys. It's 42.3 as a positive number, and it's negative 71. Well, guess what it means, Luca? Negative 71 means 71 degrees west, and 42 positive means 42 degrees north. So northern latitudes are positive, eastern longitudes are positive, and so they do use negative numbers. Henry, go for it. Henry, you raised your hand, I assume by mistake because I don't hear you. Anybody else want to share? All right. Now, I want to share with you something that you can do right after this class. When this class is over, I want you guys to go to your kitchen, and I would like you to get an orange.
I have
Henry,
oranges.
now, when you look at
Why
that
an
orange right
orange?
here, excuse me, but what do you see on that orange that is similar to what we've been discussing, Jack?
Patterns.
Go ahead, Jack.
It's
Jack, you froze, so say it again, please.
it's round and it has a bunch of curvy lines going from top to bottom.
Yeah.
True. Can you be more specific as a scientist would be, please, Bobby?
It has longitude lines.
Guys, these are lines of longitude. It literally is a beautiful longitudinal map. And who can tell me what is at the very top of this orange? Say it out loud.
A hole.
North Pole.
degrees.
Guys, this is the North Pole. And what is at the very bottom?
South.
The South Pole. So when you get your orange, please peel it very carefully. And you can literally see these beautiful, beautiful curved lines. Now, I'm going to ask
What if you
guys
don't peel
now-
it right?
Say again, please.
What if you don't peel it right? What
Well,
happens?
then you are going to basically put a puncture mark right through the planet Earth, and that could hurt very badly.
That's not good.
That's not good. Now, I want you guys to do this for me right now. I want you guys to send me
One
a chat.
collapse.
Whoever's speaking, please stop for a minute and please flag in.
Okay.
What I want you to do right now is I want you to tell me where is Alaska using latitude, longitude. Send me a chat. Right now, I'm looking for Alaska, which is that red and green. And I'm looking for the coordinates. Please send me a chat. It has to be 2 coordinates. You have to give me north-south latitude, and you have to give me east-west longitude. And Luca, you have to switch those around. Latitude first. Latitude first. And I don't agree, Luca. The 60 is not west and the 140 is not north. Okay? Cooper, you got it, but just switch them around, Cooper. The latitude has to come first. And Jack, there's no such thing as 160 degrees north. Switch it around. It's 60 degrees north, everybody. It's 60 degrees north and 140 degrees west. I want to show you that right now. Look at that line. That's 140 and 60 north. You know that 60 is north, 140 is west, and that is the only location of its kind. Now, I want to tell you guys a little story about a restaurant. I love to eat food. And one of my favorite restaurants is called, you ready for this? It's called Lola 42. Now, do you guys see that I drew a latitude line at about the 40th parallel? Yeah. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
Lola 42, Lola 42 is a restaurant that has food from all the countries on the 42nd parallel. So if you go to the very end, I'm going to go to, where is, I believe it's right about there. It didn't quite work. I'm going to try it one more time. Right about there. So I want you guys to look at those countries on the map. And there's cuisine from the United States, Spain, Greece and Turkey, China, Japan, and even Korea. All of those places are on the 42nd parallel. And so Lola 42 is because Boston is 42 degrees.
Does it have food from Italy?
Say again?
Does it have food from Italy?
By the
crosses
way, that was a brilliant remark. That was a brilliant remark. Absolutely, yes. And
You
let's go to
Lerga.
Italy for just a second. Let's go to
I
Italy.
went to Italy this summer.
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm going to show you right now the coordinates for Italy. Here we are. Italy has coordinates.
41.8719
down.
north,
Everybody write it down.
12.5 east.
42 north, 12 east. Everybody write that down. 42 north, 12 east.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can literally go to the 42nd parallel, and we now need to go from the prime meridian over 12 degrees.
It's that
And
right
folks,
there.
Italy is right there. And
Italy.
Yeah, go. What I want you guys to do is I want you to mark as many of these places on this map. This map are all the places that math is going to. Whoever's making that noise really has to stop right now. Right now. Now, I want you guys to give me a couple of coordinates right now. So for instance, go right now to page 9. Go to page 9 in your packet. And I want you to give me the coordinates of the following cities. Okay? So we have Portland, Oregon, right there. We've got
San
Houston,
Francisco
Texas,
is in the weird indent.
right there. We've got Boston, right here, and Chicago. So I want you to give me Portland, Oregon. I want you to give me Houston, Texas, Chicago, and Boston. So everybody work on right now, working really hard to give me the latitude first. Remember, latitude is either north or south, and then the longitude is your east or west. Now, in the United States, it can only be one of each of those. It can never be north or south, and it can never be east or west, because we are in the northwestern hemisphere. Okay, you guys should be sending me chats. Hey, Sam, what was your question about Nantucket? Sam, what was your question about Nantucket? And I'm trying to unmute you. You'll have to help out. There you go, buddy. Your question about Nantucket.
There's a Lola 42 in Nantucket.
Oh, Sam. Everybody stop for just a second and listen to this. Sam, you are awesome. Sam, Nantucket is about 70 miles south of Boston. And believe it or not, Boston is the 42nd parallel. Every 1 degree is about 70 miles. Nantucket is the 41st parallel. So Lola 41 is Nantucket. And yes, Sam, there is a restaurant in Nantucket called Lola 41, and that actually came before Lola 42. So very, very cool. Okay, who's gonna give me Portland? Raise your hand, please, if you wanna give me Portland. I'd love to see it from you. Cooper, Michael, and for some reason, I don't see your names right now. What is that? Well, name themselves, waiting room. Okay, we're gonna start with you, Jack. Go. Oh, and Jack, who is muted. Jack, who is muted. Jack C, I think. You are muted. Trying to unmute you, buddy. All right, try to help. Okay, good. Any ideas? God, Portland, guys, come on. You can see the latitude. Say it out loud, everybody.
45 degrees.
45 north.
121 west.
And I would say, yeah, it's about 121, 122 west. Beautiful job. Okay, let's do Houston. Everybody, let's do Houston. Ready, go.
30 degrees north and 97 degrees west.
97 south.
Oh, wow. Whoever, 97 totally nailed it. 97 totally nailed it. Okay, the place of my birth, Chicago. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
42 degrees west.
No, 42
North, 88 west.
and 88 west is correct. And finally, your hometown, Boston. Let's go, Boston. Come on. 42
42 degrees north,
north.
72 degrees west.
Yep. I would say
71
between
west?
71 and 72 degrees west, and that is Boston. Now, really, really cool. I want everybody right now, somebody here choose theirs. Now, I know that Liam already chose Italy. Can somebody choose their destination where they were going to be going? And then we will find you on the map with these coordinates. Who's going to give me that? How about you, Frankie? How about you?
I don't really know where I was gonna go because my brother has a different break and we go during his break, so I don't know if we were gonna go anywhere.
Oh, okay. How about you, Michael?
We were gonna go to New York.
Oh, I'm gonna just put a little check mark next to New York if I can find it. And how about you, Brett?
I was going to go to DC.
Oh my God, DC is awesome. Mitch, what about you? Luca, what about you? Jack, and
Mine's
Luca.
New York.
I was gonna go to San Diego, California.
Oh man, San Diego's really cool. Where is my
Mine's
San
New York.
Diego? Keep going.
I was
I'm New
gonna
York.
go to Turks and Caicos.
Can I tell you something? One of my favorite places. In fact, I just watched some videos of myself kite surfing in Turks and Caicos a year and a half ago because I miss it so much. So that's great. Luca, what about you? Where were you gonna go?
New York.
New York. Okay. Luca, C, did you give me yours?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody right now, go to that second or third to last page in your packet. I think it's page 12. And please find Turks and Caicos at 21 degrees north, 71 west. New York is 41 north, 74 west. San Diego is 32 north, 117 west. And Washington, D.C. is 38 north, 77 west. Everybody do that right now. And I'm going to see what I can do as well. So DC, 38 north.
Green.
And 77. San Diego, 32 north. And 117 west. 117 west. And there we are.
Where else are we on?
San Diego. And now Turks and Caicos, 21 degrees north, right above that 20th parallel, Jack, and 71 or 72 degrees west. Whoa. Turks and Caicos, TC, and New York, New York. What a beautiful thing. 40, 74, 40 and 74. Oh my God, it's right by the D from DC, and that is New York. Did anybody have any trouble finding those locations? Raise your hand, please, and I can help you. We can do it together. It's a lot of fun. So for instance, can anybody tell me where in what ocean does the point 0 degrees latitude, 0 degrees longitude meet? In what ocean does 0, 0 meet? Jack?
The Arctic Ocean.
Well, the Arctic Ocean is up here, and that's definitely on 0 longitude. But dude, it's not on the equator. So somebody else, that was a great try. Luca, give it a shot. Cooper, Michael?
0 degree. It's in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, and it's right here, guys. This is the origin of the planet, right below Western and Central Africa. Okay, it's a really cool point. Does anybody know why this line is where it is? Does anybody know why it is? It's kind of a cool story. Luca?
Because that's where like the magnetic fields go. One on the north side, and then one on the south side.
Yeah, and it also was discovered by a man in Greenwich, England. So that's why they call it Greenwich Mean Time. So it runs right through the town of Greenwich. Okay, really, really cool. By the way, this was my coordinate. I was supposed to be in Israel at 31 north, 34 east. My favorite destination, though, that somebody was going to go to was China. And so I also gave you a map of China where you can see about 40 north and about 116 east. So I want you guys to go around the world this week. And I want you to plot as many as you can. Jack had his hand up?
Wait, I did?
Well, you
Oh,
just
sorry.
a number of times. And Henry, okay, I'm gonna try to have you unmute yourself. So I want you guys to work really hard at this. Now, we're gonna do our cheer right now, and we're gonna do our cheer from 180, okay? We're gonna do it from 180 degrees west. Notice that I don't have to say 180, negative 180. I'm just gonna say 180 west, and let's go by 15 degrees. Everybody go. 180 west. Come on.
65 west.
150
Keep going.
west.
150 west.
Go.
135 west.
Keep going.
120 west.
Keep going.
105 west.
Keep going.
90 west.
West. Keep going.
75 west.
Keep going.
60 west.
Remember, we don't need to say negative.
45 west.
45 west.
40 west.
30 west.
30 west.
15 west.
But don't ever say 0 west. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Mathletes. Mathletes. Go mathletes. Guys, I can't wait to see the places you'll go. Now you're going to say goodbye to your friend. Yes, buddy. Question.
So I was doing sort of the same thing you were doing on this iPad with like drawing the notes and stuff, except the map of the. Never mind.
No, but explain. The map of the world was
The
what?
map of the world was sideways, so I couldn't.
Okay, let me explain, Luca. The reason why I did that is because when you print it out, more of the map gets on the page.
Yeah.
So it was really intended for your printouts. If you notice, when Mr. Kramer put this together, nothing is sideways because I had to prepare it that way. But what you have is sideways at certain times.
Yeah.
So go have some fun, go around the world, plot your coordinates, and think, how could you build a better satellite? Take care, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.